All right. Let's do something. Okay. Good night. Good night, YouTube. Good night. Good night to everyone who have been joining this live tonight, who is joining and will be joining this live. Good night. Good night to everyone. Good night, good night, good night. Try. Okay, it's a pleasure to have you here tonight. Just waiting to see if there's anyone coming on. If not, I'll start with who don't come yet and who will be. Okay. Nobody else not here yet. almost like a thumbnail. Smile for the thumbnail. Prepare and keep your spot. Okay, just was sort of taken up with something here. Good night, everyone. Good night to all the persons that are out there. Good night, good night, good night. Welcome to Positivity Positive channel. Welcome to Aquarian, who is the host of the channel. I welcome you, for those that are here and for those that are coming. I welcome you. Tonight I'm just going through some things here that and as you see the topic, and we all know that is not many persons genuinely happy for a person's success, and that is what I am going to be really spreading a little light on tonight. Okay, did you hug yourself today? Did you say to self, I love you? Did you pamper self today? Did you give self a special meal? How did you treat self today? Along with everything, self need rest. So let self be comfortable, because there is no one can give you love than how you can love yourself. Loving yourself is the most important thing you can do for yourself. So let self be comfortable, love self, cherish self, appreciate self as you go from day to day. For those that are having birthdays, I just want to wish you happy birthday, and God wishes blessing upon your life and prosperity as you go along. For those that are mourning, and as for me, there's a close relative that had passed away yesterday, and children, friends, and loved ones are mourning. But let me remember this, that God on the mountain is same God in the valleys, God of the night is the God of the day. Okay? So those that are mourning, you have to mourn. Mourn if you can. Mourn as long as you want to mourn. Shout, scream, do what you have to do to release yourself. Okay? So, for those at work, it's tiring. You came in tired. Sometimes so tired that maybe you can't even want to move from one place to the other. But rest when you can, rest if you can, rest as long as you can rest. Make yourself unwind to meet another challenging day, another challenging hour, another challenging minute, because it is challenging. Okay? Okay. It is also a lovely thing that persons can meet and persons can talk. There is no distance in talking again. Yeah, you can meet and you can reason. We reason on the phone. We have many devices that we can reason on now. Okay. And my little topic, as I will be jumping from place to place in some of my things tonight, is that keep your good news. Keep You're good news. Sometimes the minute you open your mouth, there is problem. There is a phrase, there is a proverb that said, a fish never open his mouth, he couldn't get hooked. Meaning, you've been catching fish, so you throw your line out. There's a bait on the end of the line. But if the fish never open his mouth to get the bait, he would not be hooked. So that's the proverb. If fish never open his mouth, he wouldn't get hooked. Okay? Many of the times, family and friend, co-workers, and all the rest of it, you want to spread some good news to somebody. You want to say something to somebody. Your achievement. But you're afraid sometimes. And there needs to be afraid. There is a next proverb that said, it's not every kin teeth a laugh. Maybe you wonder what that meant. But not every kin teeth a laugh. So many times persons are showing you like it is. Oh, I am so happy for you. I am glad for you. But deep within, honestly, they don't. So because you see a smile, you say, oh, no. It's not always a smile of a smile to cheer you on, to say, well, and I'm happy, I'm glad for you. It's not a smile of gladness. There was one time, there was a person, I was going to share this with you. This lady of her daughter, and there were problems with the daughter and her baby father. At the time when this incident, she was just 19 years old. And there some relatives decided to take the young lady abroad. And it was kept a secret from the child's father or boyfriend, whatever we may coin it to be or to say. The mother went to the post office in those days, post office run things. And she got the confirmation. And she was so happy. Yes, my daughter will be going. This man won't know. He won't be able to see her to abuse her again and things like that. So she was coming with her happiness. She stopped at one of her church sisters to tell her the great news, the glad news. Yeah. And just like how she said it to the church sister, the baby father was coming from work. The church sister met the baby father and give him piece of the good news, or all of the good news, to say. Yeah. You know what happened? It was on a Friday. On Saturday morning, she was no longer, well, from the Friday night, she was no longer with the family. she was taken out by the man. Now she's saying, this is my church sister. We sit in church together. We sung the hymns together. We read the Bible together. And I guess they even share more than that. So she take it on to her church sister and saying to her church sister, this is what is happening. And her friend took it to the enemy. And the rest is history. So it's not everybody cheer you on for your good news. So I said, keep your good news to yourself. It's not everybody genuinely happy for you or happy with you. You would surprised to know that, oh, I didn't know that this person would have done this or whatever. Yes. So it's not ever good news. It's not even ever bad news. Sometimes you think. Because they will spice the bad news. And instead of being bad, it's worse. Yeah. So you have to be careful of what you do and how you do it and who you share your stories, your success, your uplifting, who you share it with. You're getting a promotion at your job. You got a letter to say, well, then we are promoting you from A to W. And you took it to your friend. And enemy, evil wrote in that friend's heart for you. You'll be going to school, or you're furthering your education, I should say. You are furthering your education and you're successful in your exam. You know, you've been on that exam so long. You've been beating the books. And at the end of the day, somebody didn't like that. But if you have kept it to yourself, when they see you there, make them surprised and said, oh, you got this? When did you do this? Yeah. Yes. Let them have the surprise. Let them take it back and say, but I didn't know that. Yes. Leave them in didn't know street. Left them in didn't know lane. Leave them right there. I didn't know. Left them right at I didn't know. Good. There's not a time in history in life, and it will never happen, that river reverse. River has never gone backwards. River is always going forward, heading to the sea. So try to live like the river. Go forward. Focus on your forward move. Pressed forward. Forget about the past, which is sometimes hard to forget. But don't load up the past in your knapsack. Put it on your back and take it with you. Be like the river. Keep going. Keep going. Be focused. Focus on the future. The past is the past. Mhm. There was nothing you could do to endure the past from what it took a turn to. So you know what happened now? You're going to the future. Focusing on the future. Focusing on what is before you, not what is behind you. Focus on what you are at to achieve. Like even what you even achieved already. So put your focus there. And I repeat, not everyone are genuinely happy for your success. Happy with you. So be like the river. And there are so many things in life to teach us. If we look at the animals, we can learn from them. To nature, look at the tree, look at the timing. Proverbs said, learn from the ant. It's a little creature, it is so small. But he said, learn from the ant. Yeah. So, be like the river. Live like the river. Onward to your future. Make your focus be in front and not looking behind. Forget who hurt you. Hard to do too. Hard to do. Many persons hurt you. And hurt is so deep that you hardly can forget it. But it says, forget who hurt you. Forget who hurt you yesterday. Forget who hurt you last year. Forget who hurt you last month. Forget who hurt you last week. Forget who hurt you. Because you will not be healed from that hurt if you don't try to put it to rest. You will be still having that hurt in your arms, carrying like a little baby. And your mind keep going back. You hurt me. Reach to the place that you forget the hurt. Mm-hmm. Who hurt you yesterday? Who hurt you last week? Who hurt you along life way? And you reach into a position that you forget the hurt. For the person who make you cry, cried, weep bitterly. Because you got hurt, and tears. You have to tear. You have to cry because of the hurt. But cheer up with this one. Be proud with this one. Don't forget the person who make you smile. And don't forget the pain. Don't forget the pain. But remember the lesson that you learned. So even when the person hurt you and you have to cry, remember the person who make you smile, who make you laugh, remember that person. So if you forget the pain, don't forget the lessons. Because with the lessons, you are going to be victorious. You are going to be overcomer. You are going to overcome your pain. You are going to overcome the agony. You are going to overcome, because there is something to smile about. There is somebody who makes you smile. Remember the lesson. You always keep a diary, and we always go back to the diary. And when you're doing lessons, you're always taking note. And many times there is something you're doing, there is something came up, and you rush back to your notebook, and you pick up your notebook, and you go back to, oh, this was what the tutor said. So you have the notebook for your reminder at all times. You have your diary that you wrote down each each day, each month, whatever it is. And you always go back, because those are the memory, those are the ones that keeps you going. So you have the lesson. From the lesson, you will never make the same mistake again. So when you don't forget the lesson, there's a next proverb that said, if snake bit you one time, when you see lizard, you run, because it could be a snake. So you don't want to feel that bite again. So when you see lizard, you run. Yes. These are some life lessons. They may sound simple, but let me tell you, there is power in them. Do not pass them by. Because some of the times, the things that people and us get into a tussle with, if we use these things, we would not get in a tussle with them. Because you would know what you are about, where you're going, and where your destination will be. Because you taught me a lesson, and that lesson you'll never forget. So you will never fall in the same trap again. Either over and over and over. You'll never fall in the same trap. I haven't seen anybody. Maybe my notification is not out, but I am still doing it. People can go and find it afterward. So, in spite of I haven't seen anybody in the live, I haven't seen anyone. But I set out to do this, and I am doing it. There was one time that some persons went to church, and when they were there, nobody turned up to the service. And the pastor decided to deliver the sermon, however, because he went to deliver the sermon. So in spite it was only the benches sitting there, he delivered a sermon. And although he didn't saw that there was anybody else, the sermon was delivered to somebody, because somebody on the outside get it. So although I haven't seen any subscription, I haven't seen anybody on the live, Maybe there's no notification went out, but the live will be up so persons can listen back to it. Subscribe. And I am still saying subscribe to my channel. It is open, so subscribe. So I will not um, stop. I'll still do the hour. I am at 39 and 47 minutes, seconds. So I'll still do it because it will be there. There's no one there, but someone is there. Okay? So, as I was saying, don't forget the lesson. It said, train your mind to see the good in every situation. Train your mind to see the good in the bad person who you call bad. Train your mind for the to see the good in the person, to see the good in the situation. So train your mind. Do not do a surface look. Look deep within. The Bible said, evil took persons out of the garbage to bring a message. Yes. So do not look at persons or situation and see that it is only bad. Oh, this is bad. Beneath the surface, there is good. Beneath the surface, thanks for the one person that have come. Thank you, welcome. So beneath the surface, there is good. So always train your mind to see the good in the person, to see the good in such of a situation. Train yourself, because if you just do on the top look, then you will not see that good. And each time I will use passages of the scripture. There were spies, and they were after the spies. And the person that they look on to be a harlot, a whore, that was the person who hid the spies from their pursuers. She were the one who let down the scarlet card and pull them up through the window and hide them, that their pursuers did not get them. So always see the good in every bad situation. See the good in the person that you think is one of the worst things. Beneath the surface, beneath that surface, there is good. Welcome and good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Good night. Okay. So use the bad situation and find the good in it. There are always pearls that hid within bad situation. Sometimes we have our children, and sometimes we put them down. We have relatives, sometimes friends, but we can't deal with them. But each person get a gift from God. Each one. Each person have a purpose in life. Each person plays a role in someone's life. even to give a drink of water. Sometimes the person you look on, it's your savior. That's the person rescue you. As I said, the poor has let the scarlet car down and rescued the spies. Yes. So see the good in every bad situations. So you train your mind that. Train your mind in that way. Once you carried your own water, you will value every drop. What does that mean? And I'll repeat it. Once you carry your own water, you will learn to value every drop of it. Because you know how hard it was to work for this. You know how hard it was to achieve. You know the sleepless nights. You know sometimes the persons who put you down. So once you have achieved, you will able to value yourself, value your achievement, value your success. So the proverb said, once you carried your own water, your own bucket of water, your own bottle of water, you will learn to value every drop of it. You won't throw it away. You will drain the very last drop out of it. Yes. The person who do not labor to get certain things did not go through no process. They handle it with scant regards. No, 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 no. Thank you. They handle it with scant regards. So, there is a next Proverbs that said, you cannot throw pearls before swine. What that does mean? He will trample it because he do not know the value of it. So, your success, your upward going, you're going to the pinnacle. Let no one pull you back. So you keep your good news. And as I said before, leave them and don't know street. I didn't know. So when you did this, leave them right there. Keep going. Upward you go. Upward movements. To be successful, you don't need a beautiful face. That may sound funny and sound harsh. No. To be successful, you don't need a beautiful face. You don't need an erratic body. What you need is skillful mind ability to perform. Is a skillful mind and ability to perform. Yeah. So you don't need If you don't study, there's no way you can pass an exam, because you did not even read to remember. God, persons said, okay, the Lord will bring it back. He can only bring back the things that was there and you forget it, so it can come back to your mind. So to be successful in life, to be successful at your exam, to be successful at your work, to be successful in this job that will give you promotion, to be successful being a good parent, being a good friend, to be successful overall, you don't need a pretty face. That sounds harsh, ain't it? It's not harsh. It's reality. Is the true, the harsh reality of life. And this is how you face life. Some person being successful never have a pair of shoes, a pair of good shoes on their foot. Good night to each and every one that are there. Right? They didn't have a good pair of shoes. I remember this young lady when she was going to school, things was on the downside, and she carries lemonade and some little something. She never have her lunch that other children could see her. She went to the back, the way of the school, and they sat there, she and her sister, and they eat their thing, get some water, drink, settle that, and be in class again. Has she been successful? Yes. All three sisters was very successful, because they did not look and say, well then, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. When you really mean for life, you are going to row that boat. You are going to do everything to achieve it. You are not going to look, sure, you're going to have yourself, but these are proverbs. Yeah? To be successful, you don't have to have a beautiful face. There was a friend of mine sometimes ago, what we would have said ugly. Okay? Long and short of it. And there was this man that was dating her. And he wanted to go into a direction that she didn't want to go. She was working into a prominent position with the government, and she was still pursuing her upper education. And the man one evening came to visit with her, and because she were not in agreement with him in some way, he got up and stepped off the veranda and said, "You damn ugly like Sarah YouTube," if that word is not permitted to use. But you ugly like. And she laughed. She called me. And she said, "Here with Mr. Man said, I am ugly. And that's the reason why I try to educate myself. So you can't ugly and don't not have anything. So since I'm ugly, I have to have education." I smile when she said it. But when you look back at it, yeah. Because let's say she's not going to get a pretty man because she's ugly. But guess what? She have her education. So she don't have to depend on you. And there was ads usually come and Lotto in Jamaica. Two friends of anybody listening to this from that country may remember this. There are these two men talking, and there's this girl coming along, and him say, "Why, chick, they look good, man." And friend said to him, say, "She's not my type." But the friend said, "She win couple million the other day over the lotto, you know." He said, "What? She look good from the angle there." She was not his type, but she eventually looked good from the money angle because she win how much $1 million. Don't need beautiful face to be successful. And most of the successful men and women, you would have said, okay, they're ugly. Where does the pretty one goes? We are not bashing people looks. We are not bashing people looks. We are enhancing ourselves to say you don't have to be this type or this look to be successful. It's not like first time when if you're black, you turn a back. So you were promoted not because of your education, not because of your flexibility, not because of your general knowledge, not because you are qualified for the job, but you were promoted in some other ways. You can be successful. You can be who you want to be in life, in every sense of the word. You can be what you want to be. And to battle with that one, if you want a comfortable journey of life, reduce the luggage of expectation. Let go of the luggages. Let go of the baggages. Let them go. Your journey in life do not need extra, luggage. Luggage that have no use to you. Useless luggage. Useless person. Useless. Let them go. Let them go. Because you're taking this luggage, expecting them to be with you, your expectation build upon them, your expectation build around, they are the ones. Or this is the thing that let you down. So reduce the luggage of expectation. If you want a comfortable journey in life, how much persons really mourn, have regrets, because even our partner, we said, okay, we expect to make this journey together, we are going to be in it together, our expectation perish. Our expectation perish along the way. So if we had let go of that journey, that luggage, I should say, our expectation of never perish. Never beg for a relationship. Be brave to accept the ones who really want you to be in their company, and reject the ones who just pretend to be with you, to be in your company. Life is a journey. Life is a roadmap. And each day you embarked upon life journey, you learn more. Each day we embark, we realize that yesterday, it's not like today. And if you're embarking up on the journey and you are not learning from your past, from to your present, then something is wrong. There are many persons who want to be for a relationship. I said, be brave to accept the one who really wants to be in a relationship with you, and reject the ones who pretend. How much person pretended around us? Hmm? How much person pretend, put on the coat of pretense, put on a face of pretense, and they pretend all the way. They pretend all the way. Yet they are tongue of stabbing. Again, YouTube, forgive me for that word. They are the ones who would like to see you don't pass that. If I can't pass it, you not pass it. No. And they pretend all the way. A bunch of pretenders. I am now on my 1 hour and 1 minute and 37 seconds. So I'll just wrap up with this, and I can do a part 2 one of the day with this, the rest. Remember, not everyone genuinely happy for you. From all of what I said, there must be something that will resonate with you, something you can identify with, something, or you hear something that you weren't looking on it that way. And I'll use back this word. Live like the river. The river never go in reverse. It's always going forward. And it is heading somewhere. It is heading to the sea. So focus. Focus and keep it moving. Thank you for being here. Thank you for those that are here who I start with. Thank you, and please come again as we discussed our topics. Thank you. Love you. Be careful. If you can't be good, be careful. Guard your words. Guard your tongue. Be mindful of what you said and how you said it, and to whom you said it. Guard your secrets. Guard your good news. Leave people on the road of I don't know. Yeah. Thank you very much. And we will meet again as we continue. Thanks. I truly love you. Yes, Miss Mel? Okay, I will shake my hands. Okay, thank you. Looking pretty tonight. Thank you very much. So true. Lovely proverbs. Yes. Yeah. We had to learn them, and we use them as a beacon of light as we go along. Thank you very much. Good night. Tuning out from Positivity Positive channel. This is Aquarian in her light and beautiful spirit. Thank you. Bye.